yeah, so that's my game plan. Always have the game plan. I'm working on the doors. I'm gonna fix the rest of the doors and then take out those counters, chop that all up, take the trim off the counter, off the walls and stuff, and then start caulking. The first thing I'm gonna caulk is all the door stops that I removed and then I reinstalled, and then I'm gonna check some other stuff on using the caulking, and then I'll just get into little marks on the walls, and I'll scrape off things. I think they used to have a little dog gate here, and I'll scrape that off and start taking down picture frame hooks, plastic anchors, and start doing that. And then I'll start looking around. Okay, what else needs to be caulked? I'll look at the baseboard. I'll look at all kinds of stuff. See like this? Do I want to leave that before I paint? No. And see how they didn't really do a very good job caulking right here. Well, they did, and then this wall settled, and so this is all cracked out. So instead of caulking right over the top of that, I'll pull that out with a little screwdriver. Caulk that. Here's see this whole little thing moved. Here's some more, and then I'm just going to go around. I'm going to look around on the window frames here. This happens to be a sliding glass door unit, but I'm going to look at that, see if all that's done. Now see there, the caulking has separated right there. Instead of just running some more caulking there, I'm gonna clean that out. I'm gonna dig that out. Look at that. See how it's moved? So I'll clean all that up. I'll put caulking there, and because it's like that on that side, I'll look on this right-hand side. See, son of a gun. There it is again. Just goes up to about there. All those types of things. Here's a plastic anchor there. Here's a little mark up here. Here's where they had installed a wall mount TV. And then I'll just go around and look at different things. See those puckers? Instead of just trying to put caulking in there, I'm going to take a little screwdriver, push it in, 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 then caulk it. Then that'll go right away. Here's another one. And before I get ready to paint too, I'll take my broom and I'm gonna sweep down the walls to see if there's any cobwebs, see if there's any dust up there and all that good stuff. And so that's my plan today, and I'm sticking to it, and I'll see how far I get. You know, this is not something that needs to be done in 2 or 3 days. It's not a race. I don't have 20 people here running around trying to get it all done in one day. Hey, I've got about 3 weeks to get this done. And I'm going to take my time. I'm going to be thorough, but I'm going to be efficient, and I'm going to just keep working, plugging away like an Energizer bunny, and going away with it. And there's one place where I actually have to patch the drywall, right along here. See there? Look at that. It just goes along right there. Son of a gun too. And I'm not sure. Initially I was thinking about, you know what? Yeah, I was thinking about digging all that out, putting webbing tape in there, quickset, 2 layers of quickset, sheetrock mud, putting the finish coat of sheetrock mud around there, sanding it, spray texturing it to try to match the existing spray texture that's on the wall, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I may kind of scrape that and put some caulking in there, and then put a little caulking dab on top of it, and then knocking it down with my putty knife, a little putty knife. I might be able to make that go away. I don't know. I could, but if the wall is still moving around, the caulking could crack out later, and then I'm in a big mess. Then I'm like, okay, then if I have to patch it, now we're talking about repainting the wall. And I don't like just painting a patch on a wall. I like to paint the whole wall, but in this case, look at this. I would have to paint this whole wall, and then it goes down the stairs, and it's like, you know, where do you stop and where do you start? So I'm gonna have to think real hard about what to do with that particular one. But anyways, I got my stuff here, and I just left it here last night. I'm all ready to work. I guess it's time to get busy. One last thing, when you're working, and today when I'm working up here, I'm going to be mindful of stuff. Before we got this place, they did a clean out, and they did a clean up, and they had cleaners in here, and they wiped everything down and cleaned the bathrooms and the windows and they vacuumed all the carpets and stuff. So you know, the carpets are vacuumed. So when I take this out, I'm going to take this down into the garage, and then I'm going to cut it up in small enough pieces so that it can fit into a dumpster. I'm not going to use a saw up here and get sawdust all over the place and stuff. I'm not going to use a sawzall or a skill saw or anything to try to get these out. I'm going to try to get these out in one piece as carefully as I can. And then I'll take those down, huff them down to the garage, cut them in half, take them out to the dumpster. I got my broom here, my dustpan, anything that gets on the carpet. You know, some of the stuff I'll pick up the best I can, and then I've got a vacuum at home, and I'll vacuum up different little bits and pieces. I should have brought that today. Damn it, it. I don't need it today. I'll bring it tomorrow. And just be mindful of your surroundings. Before, you know, once I get ready to paint, then obviously I'll have to bring some drop cloths. You'll be kind of amazed what I'm planning on doing over here for drop cloths. You may never have thought about it before. I'm here by myself. I'm going to be painting all this stuff on my own, and you might be kind of pleasantly surprised to see, oh geez, I can do that too, and it's not going to cost as much as you thought for drop cloths, for plastic, and for keeping the paint all off of the carpet and all that kind of stuff. Hey, keep watching my channel, because anything I do over here, I'll make quick videos of it and stuff, and we've got a good idea what to do with this. This is like 15 years old, and this thing's all flopping down here, and there's no trim down there, and I'm not even sure how they did that. Could they have possibly have just left it that way and had these things dangle? I think so, because I don't even see a piece of trim on here. But we're gonna fix all that. We're gonna make this look as nice as we can. We've got a good idea for that and how to fix certain things, and I have a feeling this place is gonna look really nice when we get done.